Alright, so we're just gonna catch up on a couple games, and then I believe somebody is coming to challenge me. So we'll see how that goes. This was an awkward game going on. So he's got High King, 2 High Kings. I took that, played Kong, killed that. Okay. We'll tell them to attack separately. Move on to the next game. The draft with John. I'm not too happy about it. We'll take the fireball. And then here, what do we have? Probably Plentiful Dead and not sure about the other choice. Maybe we'll take the Vampire Lord, see how that goes. Alright, and we got a constructed game going on, so we're gonna go ahead and play our Drinker of Blood deck and see how this goes. So this is very similar to the Drinker of Blood deck that John Tadian was playing yesterday. It's a bit different. So I'm going first, and I do not like this hand. I'm going to toss to Kong and Pyromancer. We have draw 2s available. Keeping the Angel of Death is pretty nice. So here I think I'm going to play the Ceasefire as a draw 2. It's a nice draw, hit another Ceasefire. He's plucking me? Ooh. Drop the Apocalypse and then wither it. Right? Yeah, that seems fine. So yeah, we're just kind of seeing how this deck plays out. It looks like we're kind of against like a blue-green deck. We've got Kong and Hurricane in hand, with a T-Rex in play. Here we're just going to Ceasefire, maybe hit an evil card. Nicely done. So I think my turn is just going to be Angel of Death, clean up the board, and develop myself. I think showing the Zombie Apocalypse and the Apocalypse is fine. Keep the final task hidden so that he knows I have a way to clear the board, but he does not know that I can just abuse discard piles. Because normally Zombie Apocalypse isn't that absurd. And what this final task will be able to do later is I'm probably going to take a Stop Plucker, and that will just put me miles ahead on the hand game if it works. Or really, if it doesn't, it's still like a 3 card swing if you final task a Thought Plucker and they kill it. Oh, speaking of, so here I'm gonna discard a final task or a hasty retreat, and I have to think about this one, because I could final task my Angel of Death to kill it, but that doesn't seem very good. I really don't want a hasty retreat, so we're gonna Apocalypse, draw 2 cards, see what we hit. Hit nothing, we just get wrecked here, pretty much. Probably pitch standalone. So it doesn't develop his board, but his hand is huge and my hand isn't, and I'm still not developed either, so it's really not a great spot for me to be in. And him playing that Force Mage there is so big because I just can't pluck him. Here I'm going to just develop another Angel of Death. It is a big enough thing that he has to answer it. I'm not sure what he's going to do this turn. He's probably going to Kong it on his turn. I'm not sure what I'll do about the Kong. Oh, he'll just Kong it now. Yeah, I'm kind of being put into these awkward positions that I don't like being in. So maybe he'll spend his gold first, but I doubt it. So if he plays something before he attacks, no. Not even a chance. I think I'm gonna just Zombie Apocalypse here. It puts me in a pretty safe spot. And I have 3 Zombie Apocalypses in the deck, so I'm not too worried about missing it when I do have the Drinker. We'll see how this goes. Another Kong. Wow. Hopefully we draw some nice value. Nothing. Here I'm gonna Final Task his Thought Plucker. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Hurricane come down. Drinker's an alright pickup here. We're getting to a point where there is some mass buildup. He does just wither it. So we are down to the same number of cards in hand, which is nice. But obviously he still has a gold, and on his turn he's just miles ahead still. Maybe I wave a transformation on his turn and just hope to hit like a Flash Fire, get like a little Drinker of Blood value. I'm probably gonna just eat 8 from the zombies and block the Kong if nothing special happens. Right now I'm just lacking in like card draw to like keep me ahead. Yeah, miles ahead of me. We're gonna pitch the Drain Essence. We don't need the life right now, and I kinda need all the other cards in my hand. Here I'm just gonna wave Transformation. This keeps me alive, and hopefully I'll hit either a Void Clear or a Flash Fire or a Wither. All of which would be acceptable. Preferably a Wither or Flash Fire. Get that Drinker of Blood up and start swinging life. Flash Fire would be the best. Nothing. We'll play the Gargoyle here, try and hit off the top. We're just gonna throw 2 events away. Nope. Well, we're really not in a good spot then. We're just gonna draw 2. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot. So I think I'm probably just gonna surprise attack the Drinker on his turn if he spends his gold. But I really don't have a great play. It just kind of blows. Not having drawn any of my Medusas this game kind of put me behind on the back foot, but we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately I need to surprise attack the Drinker after he spends his gold. So it could just be eating like 15 damage on the ground and then he just ends. We got a challenge from Wither and Die. We'll go ahead and accept that. Here we'll be playing a burn deck. It's just a very aggressive, like, wild evil deck. Sending in 3 at once. Interesting. I'm just gonna take it, I think, unfortunately. Alright, here I think I'm gonna play the Guilt Demon. Banish this Kong. Pass. Alright, we do get away with blocking, so that's good. So the Guilt Demon does essentially gain 6 health. I'm just gonna eat the Fire Shaman damage. If he ends, I'll take it. I'm so behind. Yeah, this game's just kind of not working out in a good way. Let's go check out this Wither and Die game. This is with my aggressive kind of wild evil deck. Here we're just going to pitch one final task, everything else looks great. We'll just play this Triceratops. Such a great first turn play. And then we'll head back to this General Jip. Alright, he's still making decisions, so while we wait, we'll play this game. So here he could be baiting me with for a Thought Plucker. And I think I'm just gonna let him draw 2. So that lets him essentially have spent 1 gold to draw 2 cards that turn, which I'm fine with. And this way I don't get put in an awkward spot with a Thought Plucker that I have no answer to. I'm not sure what happened to General Jip, if he's just into tank. He may have just been in the tank. We'll just take that 3. So Wither and Die, let's put him in this interesting spot now. So he's got 6 cards, I've got 5. Alright, General Jip's doing as I thought, he's just ending. Here we're gonna play the surprise attack, play the Drinker of Blood, and end. We got nothing better. And I think we probably just lost this game. Interestingly, he's just doing that, but we're not in a great spot. Wow. Alright, we're gonna just pray to our Jesus. We got nothing. That's game, most likely. Interesting. So here, I'm surprised by what's going on. It may just be that he doesn't actually have anything in his hand. It's just very odd to not try and remove the drinker immediately. So I have the Drain Essence, I have the Plentiful Dead, and I have Guilt Demon. So we're getting in a decent spot to like just be able to block. We have Medusa to kill whatever he plays on my turn. But we're out of draw, and we're kind of out of luck. So here he probably has a gold in his hand to spend and use Fire Shaman to kill. Let's just play the Plentiful Dead. If he has Amnesia or something, oh well. There we just block. So we are at least stabilizing our life total, even if our hand is reduced. Here we'll just take 2. Because I want him to have to spend his gold to kill my Drinker of Blood, since he's clearly trying to get away with baiting me with it. And because I've gained 8 life off of blocking this turn, I'm allowed to take 4 damage and still be in a reasonable spot. Oh, hi there. Okay, so he just didn't want to commit his board. So here we play the Guilt Demon, and I don't know, we'll banish the Wither, I guess. And we'll block. And we'll take 3. Yeah, we're in a real bad spot. Just get rid of that Fire Shaman because we can. And call Plentiful Dead. Oh, we had Plentiful Dead? Right. So I misplayed there. We could have used Medusa to kill off the Rampaging Worm this turn and been in a much safer spot. What did he just do? He recalled Ancient Chant, okay. Yeah, so not using the Plentiful Dead there to use Medusa was a big mistake on my end. I'm playing a little bit faster than I think I should, but it's okay. I don't think there's much I can do to get back into this game, so I'm not that worried about making a few mistakes. Here I'm going to play Plentiful Dead, and if he lets me be plentiful with it, that would be cool. No. So we can play Medusa, recall. This will be able to kill the wolf tokens and live. And then I have the Brave Squire for the Rampaging Worm. Before I play the Brave Squire, I'm probably going to play the Plentiful Dead to make him use his gold on a blue card to kill my zombie. But we're definitely not in a head position. So standaloning here doesn't win me the game, so I have to draw 2 cards. Yeah. I'm gonna queue up a new game, a Dark Draft, and then probably also a 60 with this weird deck I have. Yeah, I think this game's over. I don't like conceding, so I won't. But it looks like it's not in a good spot. So I have to play this. What do we call that? I'll just go to blocks. And I have to take the T-Rex and a Fire Shaman. So yeah, I lose. So here I can Plentiful Dead. And he can just play a Rampaging Worm after and kill me. Wow. Insult to injury right there. That amnesia was pretty big. Yeah. And that game's over. We got a draft against Epic Agenda. This is an interesting pack. I think it's between Pyromancer and Cave Troll. And so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Cave Troll, get those zeros flying it through. But Pyromancer is definitely a very strong pick. And here I'm also giving him White Knight and Angel of Mercy, so he may go into good, which is fine. Here's Constructed. This is with my interestingly weird deck. We're going to throw away that Corpse Taker. Excuse me. And the Drain Essence. We're going to keep the Drinker and the Zombie Apocalypse. The Drinker is a one-of in this deck. It's just kind of a cute addition. So how I lost this game was in a mixture of things, of me not trying quite what I needed, and him using Thought Plucker and Final Task 3 times. That kind of makes it hard. So here we're going to take Resurrection, and then there's a choice between Pack Alpha and Frost Giant. There's a lot more cards like Frost Giant, which are just punishers, than there are cards like Pack Alpha, which developed a board. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Pack Alpha here. So now we've got this slightly wild deck going, but it's not committed yet, which is nice actually. And then here, my opponent's ending, I take the end, and then I'll just end, because I don't have any good developing plays. Back to that draft. So far I've passed Angel of Mercy, White Knight, Pyromancer, and Wolf Companion. So he's kind of put in an interesting spot where he can commit to good, but he also wants that Pyromancer right now. Here, Keeper of Secrets, Transform, Necrolord, all really strong cards. Plague's also a really strong card, so I'm going to take Plague. So Keeper of Secrets is better if you have a lot more blue, because you get the recycle effect. Whereas Plague is going to be a draw 2 or a break everything. So I like having my draw 2 break alls. Transform is just nice single target removal. And Necromancer Lord is always great if you have the loyalty for it. Wow, we could have gotten some crazy evil if we tried. Here we still will take the Medusa, and I think we'll take the Vampire Lord, just because Medusa is so strong. So we'll kind of force into some evil here. The Vampire Lord, I think, is better than Tri-Horror and better than Chomp, but it's really not that great. So we'll see how that goes. Now we're gonna hop on over to Juan Gold's game. Jeez, I don't really have an answer to that. Yeah. Kind of awkward. Wither and Die's game. Ooh. Fancy. This is an interesting one. So I'm thinking I'm gonna play Strafing Dragon and probably kill the Muse with it. And then throw the Wither onto the humans. This seems fine. I guess I shouldn't have withered yet, but it's no harm. Here we are in that evil or that good kind of or wild kind of shell. So like T-Rex and Raptors are both very high value. White Dragon is another great pick. So is Lord of the Arena if I wanted a Punisher. I'm not as committed as I'd like to be for the T-Rex. But I think I'm still going to take it just because it's so high value if I do get it to work. And here is the payoff. You get Forked Lightning and Strafing Dragon, going right into that wild picks. I'm not in a good spot this game. I'm gonna double wither it, like, I've got nothing better to do. Yeah, and I do have Flash Fire in this deck. Here's an Ogre Mercenary and a Thrasher Demon. So first we're going to attack into air, and then I'm probably going to Lightning Storm 1 and 3 and 2, but we'll see where I can force my opponent to spend gold first. On to the next game. This is the draft. So here we have a wild and evil deck kind of coming together. So the problem here is that Watchful Gargoyle I kind of want. Sea Hydra I think is not very great. Wolf's Call also is kind of lackluster. Timebender obviously I don't have the loyalty for. So it's between Winter Fairy, which is one of the best developmental cards, where like if it's turn 1, play 1, nothing's on the board. Winter Fairy is great. She's like a draw 2 that makes your opponent spend a card. Otherwise she's like a draw 3. And then Watchful Gargoyle is such a great just instant speed blocker. We're gonna pick the fairy. Give us a couple more solid turn 1 plays. See how that goes. And now we're gonna change games over to the Juan Gold game. This game is not looking the prettiest for us. No, I do not want to concede. I want to game like. So T-Rex showing Fireball and Lightning Storm. So I know these slot pluckers are not going to get maximum value, but I'm still going to play it, force my opponent to deal with it, get cards out of their hand. Back to the draft, we're taking Final Task. Final Task is just such a strong card. And then we don't really have any components that would go into a Drinker Blood deck right now. So I'm going to pick up the Hasty Retreat instead of the other two options. We don't have the loyalty for Warrior Golem and Drinker Blood, like I said, we don't have components for. Final Task is just such a high value card that's always great to have, and with a lot of my champions it's even better. Whereas Hasty Retreat's also just a safety net. So here we're coming into this area of how many is too many for developmental champions, because Triceratops is also a really great developing champion. Flame Strike, I don't think that highly of as a pick. Obviously, it's a great card. Obviously, it puts your opponent to play at 22 health. But there's a lot of situations you're in a bad spot when you draw it. I don't want Bitten or Standalone or Deadly Raid, so it's between the 2 wild cards for sure. It's just a matter of, do I want to have a big fatty that draws me a card, or some direct damage? And I don't really have much direct damage right now, but I don't think I mind if my opponent does it either. So I'm going to pick up this Triceratops. Here, this pack is absolutely gorgeous. We're taking the Brave Squire and the Lightning Storm. Succubus is a nice consideration, and Courageous Soul just isn't working for this deck. But Lightning Storm is recurable if you need it to recur, and it's such great removal, and even fine direct damage. And then Brave Squire, I think, is one of the better cards in the game. It usually trades for a 1 gold card at the very least. And can also provide that little bit of damage when you need to have that. Yeah. On to another game. We are fighting Huangold. I played a Thought Plucker into his Lightning Storm and a Fireball, so it's definitely going to die, but I will let him choose when. Alright, over to the next one. Wither and Die. He Drain Essences, my stuff. So here I am going to play that Lightning Storm, get 1 onto Thrasher, 3 onto Ogre, 2 onto Face. Clean up that board nice and easy, and come in for 10. Nice. Alright, heading back to that draft. Okay, this is a tricky one. So I want the Palace Guard. I don't mind Noble Unicorn. I want the Lash and I want Surprise Attack. I think I'm going to choose the Surprise Attack because I do have 4 champions I can only play on my turn already. But the Palace Guard and the Lash are both very tempting because I do have the T-Rex, which is huge, so Lash is great. And Palace Guard is just such prime removal. And it sucks to pass all of those things, but that's what I need to do. Here I'm going to take the Flammable Dead, help work towards that evil bit with Medusa. And then it's between Mighty Blow and Demon Breach. So Mighty Blow is going to be providing an actual little win condition, right? Because I have a lot of airborne stuff, or not a lot, but I have a few airborne things, and I have used 0 cost champions and even wolf tokens. So it can get in for that 10, more often than not probably. Whereas Demon Breach is just going to make more dudes, but I don't have an issue with making more dudes. However, I think I do need a few more draw 2s at the moment, so I am going to take the Mighty Blow. Alright, moving on to another game. This is the game against Huangold. He is going to Fireball my Thought Plucker when I attack. And then I think I'm just going to Kong his T-Rex. Moving to the next one. This is with Wither and Die. I'm just smackaroning for 10. He drew 2, played his Pegasus. And I think here is between drawing 2 with Final Task and just recalling Lightning Storm. I think I'm just going to recall Lightning Storm. I don't want Final Task out of my hand really. And it's the same net of cards. Alright, Huangold did just kill my Thought Plucker, and now I just killed his T-Rex. Alright, we got our draft going. I know it's a lot of stuff to keep up with, and I apologize. I just like being able to always be able to do stuff in a game. So here, this is a really strong pack with a lot of strong options. I want Apocalypse because I only have 1 board clear currently in my deck, which is Plague. However, I want Avenging Angel because I actually haven't ended up with that very many Punishers, and I'd love to have more punishing cards. Murderous Necromancer is really strong in an evil deck. I'm picking up evil, I'm trying to get there, so it would be pretty good in my deck. Force Mage Apprentice is absolutely bonkers. Kills Muse, kills Thought Plucker, gets value. If it lives, it does a lot of damage. Obviously, I don't have loyalty or ally ability for it though, so it's not going to be as strong. I think my pick is going to be Guild Demon though. This card is just so great. It is discard pile banishment, so it lets you control their discard pile, not get their recall cards, not build up their recycles, all that stuff. And it also hits for 3, like it does make your opponent have to think. So I'm going to take that. Here we're going to take the Angel of Death and the Word of Summoning. We're just trying to fill in those evil slots right now. Word of Summoning is great. Angel of Death is fantastic. We're up at 3, 6, 7, 8 evil cards. We want a couple more, but we're getting there. Jeez. He resurrected his T-Rex on the turn that I kill it. That's just brutal. Here we're gonna block. He's gonna play Lash. It's gonna die. Withering die. He just passes. I'm just gonna come in, let him spend his gold first. Next game, this is the draft. So here, again, we're presented with a very difficult pack. So Ogre Mercenary is a very high value champion that recycles. Hurricane is an off-turn board clear that doesn't kill all of my dudes because I have some big fatties. Amnesia is so strong. It recycles, it removes their discard pile. Rage makes your dudes big. Lying in wait, I don't really want. So it's between these 4, right? Ogre Mercenary I'm going to knock out because I'm not in blue, so I don't need a loyalty, and I have Word of Summoning, which is basically the same card. Rage I'm going to knock out because I have some pumps and I want something else right now. Hurricane and Amnesia are where I'm stuck. So I have 2 board clears now. 2.5 if you count Surprise Attack with Angel of Death. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Amnesia. It removes a way for your opponent to win the game, which is just so huge. So I have to pick it. And now I'm put in this kind of obnoxious position where I'm picking the Rampaging Worm because I need a Punisher, but I don't have any way to give it breakthrough. But we'll see what happens. The other 2 cards were just not in my radar of what I wanted at the time. He's played that to draw 2. I'll just leave my Pyromancer back. It's not a life race game. Yep, there's that Lash I was just mentioning. We're completely fine with it, I think. Wow. Spending 2 cards to kill off my Triceratops. Here we're going to play the T-Rex. Show him these 2. Draw a ton of cards. And even play the Cave Troll. No, yeah, we'll play the Cave Troll. And we'll end. Alright, over to the draft, I believe? No, the game with 1 gold. Interesting. So the chances of him having Rage is pretty high. So I think I'm going to play the Zombie Apocalypse. We're getting 2 out of it, he's getting 3 out of it. That's fine. I just don't want to get blown out by a Rage after I Thought Plucker or block. Alright, into the draft. So here it's between Divine Judgment, Crystal Golem, and Ancient Chant, or Genasands even. So Genasands gives me that Punisher that I'm missing, because I want to have probably 3 or 4 Punishers in my deck, and currently I have 2. So I really wouldn't mind a Genasands. Divine Judgment lets me have that extra board clear, which I really do love having. Crystal Golem is a very high value champion that can block and then pop itself to draw 2 cards. So it's like a gain some life, draw 2 cards kind of effect. That also sometimes gets in for 7. So it's a fine pick as well. Ancient Chant is just pretty strong. I have some recycle effects, it's nice. And Erase is also nice. I don't like picking Erase over a lot of cards though, just because a lot of times it doesn't feel nearly as strong as it should. So it's between the Djinn of Sands and the Divine Judgment, I think. And here it's looking like I don't quite have as many draw twos as I'd like. So I'm going to pick up the Divine Judgment. But I think you could argue for a couple other cards. Here, Fire Shaman is a fantastic pickup. And then it's between the Risen and Dark Assassin. And people may be going, what are you saying? Why would you pick the Risen? And it's kind of just a cute little play. It works well with Word of Summoning and Plentiful Dead. And it gives you some value. I may have passed Zombie Apocalypse as well. I'm not sure. No, I did not. But my opponent could have Zombie Apocalypse in their deck, in which case it's even stronger. Dark Assassin, I think, is still the pick after that kind of consideration. But another loyalty card for where my life evil isn't great, so I'm actually going to go with the Risen. We'll see how that goes. Here, we have a very strong pack again. So we have Worm Hatchling, which is a great kind of 4/4/6/6 breakthrough. We have Fireball, which is going to give us 0 cost removal for Thought Plucker and Muse, which we didn't see this draft. So our opponent could most likely have them. Oops. We gotta back out of this. We got Ceasefire, which is providing a draw 2 that safeguards the rest of the turn, but our deck is looking a little bit more aggressive than having a Ceasefire. So and Ice Drake is great if you're in blue. I'm not. Vital Mission I think is complete garbage, so I'm not gonna pick that. So it's between the Fireball and the Worm Hatchling. So here I'm gonna kind of look at my 0 costs and evaluate if I need more. It's looking like I do. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros, and I want a few more. Both of these fill that criteria, and I guess I don't actually have 0 cost removal either, so yeah, I have to take the Fireball actually to get rid of his stuff. Here we got a pretty strong pack actually. So Blue Dragon provides removal for Thought Plucker and Muse again. Spike Trap I'm definitely going to be picking up, I think. And then we have Inheritance of the Meek, which will be banishing non-tokens. So it's another board clear, which even can benefit me because I have a fair amount of token generation. And we have Jungle Queen, which actually works really well with my wild side of the deck. I think I'm going to pick up the Jungle Queen. It puts your opponent in a lot of awkward positions. But I could definitely see picking the other 2 cards. Opponent is going first. Let's see. We don't want Word of Summoning. We don't really want the Risen. We don't really want Amnesia. Interesting. So now we're kind of put in a spot where we have Plentiful Dead to deal with any crazy attacks, and he doesn't have a good way to banish it. The only 2 discard banishment cards that he could have is Corpse Taker and Keeper of Secrets. And I know that Keeper of Secrets was in a very strong pack, so I'm not sure if he would have picked it. Alright, we're going to hop into another game while we wait for that one. So this game, I don't know where we're going to go. I'm going to attack for 2, see what happens. Move on to the next. Alright, we're going to go ahead and block. Move on to the next game. Alright, this is with Wither and Die. Here we'll take 2. If he wants to Mighty Blow it, that's fine. Alright, this is with 1 gold. He's blocking, that's fine. Attack, Battle Pass. Alright, he's ending, that's fantastic for us. So here I get to play a T-Rex on an empty board, go up to 7 cards in hand, and be in a great position. even though my hand's not going to provide very much off turn. So you may have wanted to argue for Jungle Queen. Nah. So now when he spends his gold, I'll go ahead and play the Cave Troll. But there's no reason to develop it until my opponent spends their gold. I'm not too happy here. I'm just gonna play a Unicorn. I'll probably Corpse Taker the Kong, maybe the Thought Plucker, but I have a Thought Plucker in hand, so probably not. Alright, now we're just gonna wait for a game to give us initiative back. We got like 3 or 4 games going on right now. Alright, my move, reload. Alright. This is what happens when you're playing alpha, sometimes it just kind of bugs out. He just drew 2, so we are gonna play the Cave Troll. Get that board presence going. Alright, he broke everything, that's fine. So here, I think we're playing Pyromancer. Yeah. So we recall our Cave Troll, get that extra value, deal 4 damage. And we'll pass. Alright, so now we'll attack for 5. Alright, passing back to our game with Agenda. Alright, so he plays a Lurking Giant on his turn. And I think my response here is just going to be draw 2 cards. I'm going to attack with my T-Rex first, because I'm fine with trading it. Because my card gave value, whereas his card did not. And then I'm not sure what my next play will be. But yeah, I definitely attack with the T-Rex first. Cause like, could play Kong to kill the Lurking Giant if I was trying to really get in with damage, but like, I got value out of my card, and he didn't get value out of his, so I'm completely fine with the trade. And then on this attack, I just get free 5 damage if I want, or if he wants. So I could pass here. My hand is too large, and I don't really want to just discard Plentiful Dead. But I am ahead, so it's probably right. I am going to play the Plentiful Dead and just end. And that's just to get my hand size down. Here I have Final Task to work with my my T-Rex. If he does like just draw 2. Alright, he did nothing. That's great. Moving on to another game. Alright, so he surprise attacked out Kong, which is just brutal. Hero Corpse Taker. Get back Noble Unicorn. I think on his turn we're just gonna play Wave of Transformation. Clean up the board. Let him spend his gold. Not the best, not the worst. I'm liking this game with Epic Agenda. Oh jeez. So he got back his Lurking Giant, which is completely fine. My play on his turn is kind of lackluster. It looks like it's just going to be like a draw 2 with Hasty Retreat. But we'll see what he does with his gold. He's just playing the Lurking Giant, so I think I am just drawing 2. Yeah, Hasty Retreat I think is the draw 2 choice, because I want to keep my Final Task. Here we're gonna Wave of Transformation. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll attack with my zombie token first. So I'm trying to bait him to block even though I don't have a Punisher in my hand. But like if he blocks with his Corpse Breaker, that's fine. If he takes 2, that's fine. And then I'll attack with my Cave Troll into his Lurking Giant. And from there I get to Brave Squire and Fireball to kill it off, which is completely fine with me. The game with Juan Gold, this is where I waved. He just recalls Lightning Storm, that's fine for me. Although I don't have much to do about it. Here we're just gonna play the Palace card. Get rid of like the Priestess, I suppose. Don't think it's worth risking him gaining lots of life. This is with Epic Agenda. He's just taking it. Let's see what he does about my Cave Troll. I'll hijack 206. So we'll just see how this goes. I'm feeling good about this game with Epic Agenda. My hand's pretty loaded. He's just taking it. Wow. Okay. That's fine. Here I'm gonna play the Kong. Kill that. We have 8 cards, right? 4, 8. And we'll pass because he has gold up. Alright, here we got Hunting Raptors coming down. Not looking good. He's got a lot of direct damage built up. Like a lot. That's 14 damage in hand. Jeez. Our Epic Agenda's game. He just drew 2, that's great. Here we're gonna Fireball the Corpse Taker. We don't have a better target for it at the moment, and I need to clear up my hand. Discarding Fork Lightning would also be fine, but I like having options of removal. Here we're just gonna lock. I'll just take the 2. We're kind of getting slammed into a bad spot, but not much I can do. Playing the waiting game here. Alright, plays a Priestess of Angeline to draw a card and recycle. Oh, he drew 2 because he had Ancient Chant. Alright, so it does look like we will be able to draw out before him if that is the route this goes. He still has a gold after all of this. Oh, he does have the Secret Keeper. That's a shame. So if we pick up an evil card, we could even like Brave Squire or Kong, and then just clear the board. It's kind of cute. Other options are looking like, I don't know, Force Lightning. I kind of want to get aggressive. Could end up final tasking my T-Rex so I get in. Here's where like having that Rage or Lash would be huge. So passing both of them into draft is kind of painful. Juan Gold's just getting in for 2, that's fine. Turn down the volume a little bit. We'll see how that is. Okay, Epic Stun. He recycled and drew a billion cards. Timebender, he has Thought Plucker and Deadly Raid. He's returning my Kong or banishing my Cave Troll. Banishing Cave Troll. Okay, so here we got a couple choices, I think I'm gonna be Fork Lightning, kill Timebender, kill the Urger Mercenary. Nah, kill the Keeper of Secrets. We'll kill the Ogre. Get rid of some of his blocks. Go over to one gold's game. I'll play the Unicorn. If he wants to dome bust me, he can dome bust me. I'm not looking pretty that game anyways. Epic Agenda's game. Okay, that was a nice draw. Because here we can banish cards before attacking. And so that means that he won't be able to recycle. I'm thinking I'm going to be playing Jungle Queen this turn, but that could be changed, could be swayed. What did he play? Ice Drink, I see. And he's got Thought Plucker, Deadly Raid. Okay, so here's where Brave Squire just becomes such a big blowout. Because here I get to Brave Squire my Guild Demon, and he just lost his gold. Like, sure, he got to expend some of my team, but that's such huge value off of that Brave Squire. And here I'll play the Jungle Queen, draw that card. So this board is pretty extended, but my opponent could have at like most 2 board clears because of the ones that I got to see. So I'm not too worried. At the end of the turn, I'm probably gonna like Fire Shaman Triceratops, which is kind of cute. Alright, we'll move on to the next game. This is with Juan Gold. He Palace Guarded my dude. Go ahead and recycle. We'll try and get in with the Avenging Angel. He's probably just gonna kill it. Go back to an epic event. No, this is an epic scam. Interesting. This is a game I ran of 30, by the way. So we have 0 champions. He's got 1. We're gonna draw 2. This is just developing the board. Alright, there comes that Thought Plucker. I think I'm gonna pitch to Angel of Death. I'm not too worried about it. Here we play Fire Shaman, Triceratops. We'll draw that card first. Hit that. Here we'll come in with 10 on break, or 10 breakthrough first. 11 breakthrough. So now if he has like Ceasefire, we still get in for a lot of damage, which he does. So there you go. And then I'm probably gonna Lightning Storm even. I want to just make sure that. Oh yeah, this game. We have 6 off of this. And then we have to deal 3 with Fire Shaman. That's a good game. Yeah, he killed my flyer. This is probably game over. Attacking, we'll just block. game with 1 gold. I am not looking pretty. Here we're just going to try and bait his gold so that we can get in with an Avenging Angel, gain some life back. Oh, he turned my dude permanently. That's rude. Here I'm probably just gonna like, I don't know, make some demons. Random 30s, so janky. Alright, this game, this is constructed. Here we'll attack. I know he has 8 damage in hand for my face, so I'm just trying to make it so that he can't play it. Yeah. We'll see if we can get a real-time game going. Draft. Drafting is my favorite format. Looks like Envy Smoke's online. So we'll send a challenge request. Get rid of that discard pile. So now we're in a position where we could either be very aggressive or not very aggressive, and I think the better choice is to not be very aggressive. Just take back the land that's ours. Swing for 4. One gold, choosing to deal some mean damage to me. I think I'm staying alive. Alright, we got a draft going with Envy Smoke. So here, this pack's pretty nutty actually. So he's gonna be taking Medusa and Murderous Necromancer, or Medusa and Force Mage. I'm definitely taking Final Task though. Force Mage was a fine choice too. Amnesia, so he must have had Plucker in that pack. This pack's absurd. So we'll take Amnesia and Fireball. Oh wow, Time Bender. Yeah, we'll just pass. Alright, let's go check out that draft with Envy Smoke. This is a hard one. We're gonna take the Plague. Here we're taking Pyromancer and Lash. So we do have like a lot of answers to Thought Plucker now, which is nice. So I really don't want to pass him that Plentiful Dead or Necromancer Lord. Or Palace Guard. I'm taking Surprise Attack, I think, though. It's between Palace Guard and Surprise Attack. We'll take Surprise Attack. So here we're going to take Memory Spirit and White Knight. Juan Gold. Yeah, darn. He had it. Alright, draft. We're gonna take the Lightning Storm. Pretty nutty pack again. Maybe I'll take the Raptors and T-Rex and commit. Oh man. Yeah, last pack. Probably a real starter. I think Gold Dragon or White Dragon. So Gold Dragon's a Punisher and gives me life gain and damages him, whereas White Dragon just develops so nicely. I'm gonna take the Gold Dragon. Here we're gonna take the Wave and the Sea Hydra. Oh wow, hello there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take 6. Thrasher Demon or Hurricane? How many zeros do we have? Not very many at all. 3. I'm gonna take the Hurricane still. We're taking these two. We're just gonna recall Demon Breach. So here's like Angel of Light, Faithful Pegasus, Rain of Fire. I'm kind of leaning towards the Rain of Fire. Angel of Light's also tempting though, because I did pass Flame Strike. Yeah. Here we're taking Divine Judgment Rage. So we have both Rage and Lash, but we do not have Rampaging Worm, but that's fine. Hey Tom, how's it going? So we're getting kind of wrecked tonight, unfortunately. We got a few different games going on though. We had a really good Dark Draft game with Epic Agenda. And now we're drafting against Envy Smoke. With a couple other games going on this side. So far I've got this kind of weird deck built up. I'm not sure how it's going to do though. My opponent's in very heavy evil. I've passed Medusa, Murderous Necromancer, Necrolord, Plentiful Dead, and Corpse Taker. So that's going to get kind of awkward at some point. Oh, that was an interesting memory spirit right there. Here I'm just going to play the Angel of Light, gain 5, and I'll just block. I don't have very many better plays right now. Because I don't think my opponent will punish me. This is a game of random 30, so it's going to be kind of random if I do or do not get punished. Yeah. And we've got an interesting draft against John Tadian. I'm not sure how it's gonna do. It's an interesting mixture of wild and evil and sage. So it's like an evil sage deck for loyalties, but it's not quite as heavy as I'd like for them. But once John gets back, this should be a fun game. It's kind of interesting what he's got offered to him. So this is a very interesting pack. We definitely want one of the Zeros over the Apocalypse. I'm just not sure which one. It looks like I probably want a removal spell, so probably Wither. I believe he took Thought Plucker in an earlier pack where he passed me Amnesia and Fireball. Ogre Mercenary also is a very nice looking pick, and Hasty Retreat never looks bad. I think I'm going to take the Wither though, just to make sure that doesn't come back and bite me. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could go into try and get this Ice Drake. I also wouldn't mind picking up Pack Alpha, because my deck doesn't really develop the board very well right now. Wonder Fairy obviously helps a lot. Angel of Mercy I think is out of the question, even with 3 champions. It's an interesting one. This is interesting. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm gonna pick up the Ice Drake, and we'll see if I end up regretting that later on. Yeah. I'm not sure. His deck's looking pretty good. I've passed Flame Strike, a ton of evil, discard pile uses, Ogre Mercenary, Hasty Retreat, 1 board clear, a lot of airborne stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough game. Meanwhile, I've got looks like 1 Punisher, 1.5 Punishers, probably 1 Punisher really, because I don't think White Knight's ever gonna get Blitz. We have enough draw 2s, it looks like. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Looking to just kind of round out my blue and green. Maybe pick up like a Guilt Demon, help me control the discard pile a little bit more better. Wouldn't mind 1 or 2 more Punishers in the next 6 cards. So we'll see how that goes. This is a lot of downtime. Everybody seemed to have walked away. Yeah, so the first pack was absurd. It was Avenging Angel, Forked Lightning, both of which are fine. And then Amnesia and Fireball. So it was a very strong pack. Here we're just gonna block. We'll queue up a new game, dual draft. See if we can fit that into. Get a constructed game going too. We'll just play like a blue aggro deck. Oh, sweet. Yeah, we can play. I'm happy to play any format as well. Would you be up for a draft or constructed? I haven't touched constructed in quite a while, but I'm happy to play with what I have, as well as obviously draft or anything. Alright, cool. You want to send me a challenge? I don't actually... let's see if I can go find your full name. Tom Epic Gaming. Tom Epic Gaming. Okay. He's challenged me. There we go. Sweet. Alright, so we got a draft against Tom Sorensen. Wow. This pack. So it's between Flashfire and Final Task. Both of which are absolutely absurd. I'm not sure. So Final Task provides a lot of value with your champions, and Flashfire is just so strong though. I'm gonna take the Flashfire. Not sure if that's right. Here we're taking Plentiful Dead, and we'll take Plentiful Dead and People's Champion. Not sure how this game's gonna go. Ouch. We're just gonna banish that draw card. That was a nice draw. Oh wow. I'm gonna take the Guild Demon. But these packs have been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We got a Dark Draft with Rain as well. Here we're taking this Flashfire much easier than last time. Here we're taking Brave Squire, and then it's between Drain Essence and Divine Judgment. I'm going to take the Drain Essence. The life gain is really important, but Divine Judgment's definitely not to be laughed at. Here I'm going to take the Zombie Apocalypse, and that gives me the ability to play with a Drinker of Blood deck without my opponent knowing, which is really nice. Here I'm going to take Cave Troll, White Dragon. Unflinchable Thirst and Gatekeeper just aren't great, especially when you don't have the colors. Here against Tom, we're picking Worm Hatchling for sure, and then it's between like Frost Giant and Secret Legion. I might even pick up the Secret Legion. No, I can't. I've got to take the Frost Giant. And then here's between Gold Dragon, Lord of the Arena, and Cave Troll. Interesting. So passing Lord of the Arena means it's going to be working with a Pegasus, unfortunately. I think I'm taking the Gold Dragon. Here we're taking Apocalypse, and then it's a couple options. Probably not the Keeper of Secrets. I'm going to take the Rampaging Worm, just have the Punishers available. Here we're taking Muse. This is against the Rain. And then we're taking like Secret Legion Minotaur. this is the game against Tom. We only have like 5 evil cards, but I think we still take the Angel of Death. Work it in. Here we're taking Plague and Rain of Fire. Interesting. So I did pass some evil hints, but then like I'm catching that he didn't take it because he passed me the Angel of Death. So that's interesting. This draft, what is our deck looking like? I'm going to take the Gold Dragon and go with Airborne. Here against Tom. As much as I would love to pick up like the T-Rex or the Triceratops, or the Spike Trap, I have to pick the Thought Plucker. Here I'm getting the Medusa though, which is a great payoff. I have a lot of Blitz champions, so like Arm of the Apocalypse really isn't looking bad, but I'm going to pick up the Gin of Sands. It's just looking a little bit better. Get that Airborne value. Erase is also a great card, so that pack was fine. Here I'm going to take Dark Knight. White Dragon's another great choice, especially if I'm going with that Airborne. Alright, this is against Rain. We're picking up Amnesia. That just removes a win condition from our opponent, so there's no reason not to take it. Here we did get rewarded with the Drinker of Blood, and we got a Succubus to boot. So that makes our draft look a lot stronger. Here against Rain, we're picking up the Zombie Apocalypse, and I think the Memory Spirit. Yeah, we are getting flooded now. Envy Smoke, I think we do not have a Drinker deck. No. Do we have Evil? No. We are Sage and Wild. So here we're going to take the Mighty Blow. We're taking Draenus and Sword of Summon. Alright, we're getting overwhelmed by drafts all of a sudden. This is against Rain. We're going to take Brave Squire. And this is going to be against Tom. Inheritance is really tempting, so is Angel of Light. I'm going to take the Angel of Light. Here we're taking some more punishing cards. That's a lot of punishers. We'll take the bit. Yeah. Here, this is against Rain, we're taking Lying in Wait, and we can fit in blue, so we're going to make the Time Bender work. Then we're going to take the Final Task, and wish that we could take more cards from that pack. This is against Envy Smoke. I think we're taking Flash Fire. Kong is really tempting though. Here we're taking Jungle Queen and maybe Faint. We got a lot going on, guys. What did he play? Burrowing Worm, wow. I'm gonna cancel that order. We're just gonna Demon Breach. We do have to make some fast plays. I just want to keep up with everything. Rain, we have said that we are not in evil, so we are taking this and this. Against Tom, we are wild right now. How much wild do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. I mean, it's 6 airborne. Blitz. Not really good either. Maybe Sea Hydra. Ugh. Oh yes, please. I'm sure Tom was not very happy about that. Alright. I'll leave that cube before we get even more overwhelmed. taking the Pyromancer, not much else is very spicy in there. I might be taking this Psi Assault. We have so many value cards. And then probably the Rally. Nah, Giant's fine. Here we're gonna take the Lash. Alright, Tom. This hand's great. He's ending. We have Fireball and Flash Fire. So there's a few options to kill my Thought Plucker. I'm gonna play the Thought Plucker. We're gonna push him. We are gonna push him. Push his button. And he has the answer. So there you go. Here we're gonna take the Kong. And against Tom, let's see what we got. He's just recalling Ancient Chant. And Withering. Wow, okay. That's fine. So here we're in an interesting spot. So he's got 5 cards, we've got 6. I think I'm just gonna develop the Pyromancer here. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Against Rain, we are not evil. What are we? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna try out Psi Assault in a couple games. I haven't played with it for a while, so I wanted to just see how it plays. Tom's just drawing a lot of cards, so I'm not gonna win that fight with the Psi Assault that I did draft against him. Here we're gonna take this Drinker. Get that combo up in multiple games. Feel great. I'm just gonna fly over his head. And just bite it on our turn or something. Biting it on his turn would also be fine, but I'm just greedy. Here we're gonna take these two? No, we have to take this. Interesting. I may just have to draw 2 with Flash Fire here. Oh. No, we're so far ahead that I don't think I even play Muse. Alright, I'm going first. That sounds great. Play the Fairy. That's a great draw. Ceasefire is fine. Inner Peace Recalled is fine. I think I am playing the Flash Fire to draw 2 though. Envy Smoke Scheme started up. Is this a Drinker deck? I forget. I don't think so. Alright, how many do I want to mulligan? We're going first. Oh, one card. Let's pass. That's fine. fireball. What am I doing? That's just a misplay then. That's fine. That's also fine. Right. Now we go. We have to develop. I'll even say the muse. Oh, hi there. We're gonna final task this. It's like a draw 2 that saves us. The unquenchable thirst, that value. So here we're just pressuring. Jeez. Oh, hi, Kong. We don't have a good answer to Kong, so we're just gonna banish it. Here we can end. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. We have to though. Opponent's end of turn. We don't even have a play. That's so bad. It's so bad. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Let's just do it. Yeah, Tom has the answer. He always does. He has the amnesia too. What was the other card he showed me? Amnesia Deadly Raid. Yeah, that's not looking good for me. Discarded 2 airborne duders. Get in for 8. Swing for 4. Try and get there. Yeah, we gotta. Do I have Memory Spirit? I don't remember. No. We're in a bad spot there. Nice draw. We could just get in some damage. That probably throws him off. Yeah, fine with taking 5. Forked Lightning, Flame Strike. Oh boy. He's coming in for the dome. And I'm just gonna get domed. I'm going to 1. That's awkward. Do we have life gain? Gold Dragon. Oh wow. That amnesia value. Wow. I just got blown out. That's okay though. You're down to 3 cards. You don't deserve to have any more. It's rain. He's flame striking that instead. Okay. Up to 9. Oh, is this only 6? No, this is 8. Good game. Oh, that feels so bad. I'm in such a bad spot there, not spending gold multiple turns in a row. Free damage. Yeah, we'll play this. Oh, Forked Lightning. I knew he had that too. My bad. Ouch. Alright. Okay. Play Rar. This deck is so crazy. Lying in wait. Oh, did he show me that? I think he showed me that. I forget off of what. Nah, he showed me standalone. Deadly, right? Even not even standalone. Yeah. Triceratops, Rutro. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We don't have a cleaner solution, so do what we can. He has a cave troll. Okay. We're just gonna play People's Champion. Get up some bodies. We're getting into a weird, not very favorable spot with Tom, unfortunately. Infernal Gatekeeper and Zombie Apocalypse. Rip. Let's say we could 6, 12, or 10, 14. Not quite enough to make it viable. So we're just gonna kill that one. Yeah. Didn't end up with enough draw 2s in this deck, I guess. Which is a real shame. Because here we go. The 4th time not spending our gold. It's just miserable. And this is gonna be another turn not spending our gold. Oh man. Eventually, when we draw our Flame Strike, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Or, not Flame Strike, our Flash Fire and our Zombie Apocalypse. Luck. Rip me. I think our Flash Fire is near the bottom, unfortunately, so I can't even play our Zombie Apocalypse to draw 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're almost there. We just need to hit it. such an awkward spot that game. It's not looking good. Attacking for 4. We have to block. We don't have to block, we have 40 life. Maybe I don't block there. Yeah, I'll just take 4. But yeah, we're in a real bad spot. Yeah, I mean, so life's a resource, and right now I need to use that resource. I can't use the zombie apocalypse to draw because I think it's my only out at this point. The problem is that he has Wither at the bottom of his deck, and he is going to be there very soon. Yeah, right now he's just outvaluing me. Very hard. Alright, that's a nice draw. Unfortunately, he's just gonna draw out before I can do anything about it. Because I have Guild Demon in my discard pile. Yeah, he's just drawing out. So that's what Amnesia does, by the way. He played Amnesia pretty early on, but it's still late enough in the game that it just won him the game by drawing out. Because I don't think I'm going to hit Flash Fire before then. Yeah. Gain 10 life. He's gained 30 life off of that card. He would have died if he didn't play it, or yeah, if he didn't play any life gain, he would be dead. Darn. And now Drinker combo doesn't even kill him because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so that's 26 damage. 27, 28, 29, 30, 32 at most. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm not feeling very good about it, unfortunately. Yeah, he just draws, and now he draws 2. Or he conks. It's back Cave Troll. We have to pretend we have something. I should have Brave Squired it. I guess I shouldn't have. Oh my god. Yeah, this game's just over. Wow. Because my turn, yeah. He draws 2 now, and then on his turn he draws 2, yeah. Yeah, we weren't getting it anytime soon. Very good game to come. But that's fair. It's always a good game when Amnesia gets there. It was a very hard game. It was pretty brutal that I felt like I had enough draws in my deck, but clearly I just didn't have enough off-turn plays as well. So you got a few turns of less pressure that way. But yeah, it was a very good game. Well played. Oh man. Yeah, I think actually on that note, I'm gonna call it a night. A good game. Played some good games today. Very good drafts with people. And I will be back on. I think Thursday night is my stream schedule. I will be back on around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is about this time. So I'll be streaming probably twice a week is the plan, and we'll see how that goes.